Hi there, here we are with another Artisan call. I'm not doing these by myself, I got my buddy Christop here. There he is. Hey Christoph, you made
Hello,
it.
Freak. Yeah, I made it. Wow.
Fantastic. Yeah, you had a little bit of a busy morning, I guess.
Yeah, I actually can tell a little bit about it. But first, also, hello to everybody watching.
Eh,
It's good being back. It's been a while.
yeah, I think so. I think 5 or 6 weeks or something like that, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know we've both been quite busy
hmm
and still are. So, but yeah, it's good finding some time again for our casual call.
Yeah, indeed. Normally we do it on a Friday, but yeah,
Oh,
if we
yeah.
would put it on a Friday, yeah, it would have been like 3 weeks later even. So I'm glad that we found a little bit of time during the week to do this.
Yeah, me too. But also, I think this was also one of the reasons why I almost forgot about it.
hmm
But yeah, let me tell you about it. I think it's quite a funny story. So
Okay.
first, in the morning, I was recording videos
hmm
for our course, which I'm very excited about.
Yes.
And the one issue which I always have, I always run into troubles with that is with using the focus mode. I
hmm
always use the focus mode for recording because you don't want to see any notifications or anything else. But the issue which I have is that, let me check this out. When I pick the focus mode, I can only pick by default for keep it on like forever
hmm
till the evening or for 1 hour.
hmm
So mostly what I do is I pick till the evening because 1 hour is mostly not enough for me. And
Yeah.
I don't want to run into any issues where after an hour I get the notification and I'm still recording. So mostly I'm picking for until the evening. And the issue with that is I tend to forget everything else when I'm in focus mode because I don't get calendar notifications.
Yeah.
Because if I weren't in focus mode this morning, I would for sure have noticed that today we have our call. But that's not it. The second thing is I wasn't at home because I was testing out my new drone. And
Oh, good
yeah,
stuff.
and I was at a place 15 minutes from here, big field. I was in the air with the drone 100 meters, and suddenly I saw a YouTube notification. Freak is live in 30 minutes. I was like, okay. And then casual artisan call. And I'm like, oh my God, like that's me as well. And like, oh my God, is it today? Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, we. And then I remembered that we postponed it Tuesday, and I was like, okay, what am I going to do? Can I make it home in 30 minutes? And I messaged, so I landed a drone, messaged you, and then decided, yeah, to go straight back home, and that's why I also was a little bit late.
Yeah, no problem. I guess we've all experienced things like this where we forgot like something in our schedule, and certainly if technology doesn't work in the way it works usually, it's easy to get messed up. So no problem at all.
Do you have any? Thanks. And do you have any solutions for the focus mode thing? Do you know if I can customize this somehow?
Not really, but I don't rely too much on calendar on notifications in general. I have all my notifications turned off, even the calendar ones.
Mm.
Um, and at the start of the day and also at the start of the week, I take a look what's all scheduled, and I
Yeah.
keep it a little bit in my mind. And sometimes I forget, but most of the times I'm on time on meetings and stuff. So
Okay. So in general, today I would say I'm a quite organized person, and I usually don't forget about anything, any,
yeah.
any other things. But actually, it was quite different years ago when I was a kid or a teenager. I was super unorganized. I forgot so many things. I lost a lot of things like smartphones, a lot of caps. So,
Hmm.
and at some point, I realized I had to change this. And I don't think that I have changed a lot, but I've changed the system around me a lot. So,
Yeah.
everything that I have to remember, I put it in the calendar,
Mm-hmm.
and not only put it in the calendar, but at least with two alerts
Yeah.
telling me 5 and 50 minutes before so that I don't forget about this. And everything I want to remember, I immediately take my watch or my smartphone and then put in a reminder for me to make a bank account tomorrow if I'm not at the
Yeah.
computer right away. So I think I found a very good system for me so that I can always think about those things. But yeah, if the system is not working anymore, then I'm also
Yeah,
not working anymore. Yeah.
yeah, you break down. Yeah, I think it's good that you saw that as something that didn't work well, and you found like a solution in technology. Now, when I have like an appointment with somebody, I have to put it in the schedule as well because otherwise I'll forget it for sure. And certainly, if here at home, a schedule for two little kids coordinate with my girlfriend. If I wouldn't have a calendar, that wouldn't work at all. You really need that. Now, thinking about this, um, I think like 15, maybe 20 years ago, we didn't have this technology. And I still remember agreeing with friends, like in 2 weeks, we're going to meet there at that hour. And I had no problem remembering that.
Yeah.
And everybody worked that way without a schedule, and every was there like semi on time. But also, if somebody was 20 minutes late, it's not really a thing. He'll get there, and most of the times that just worked. And I can't imagine how we did it at that day. Just keeping in mind, like in 3 weeks, I have to be there at that hour.
Yeah.
I can't do that anymore.
Crazy, right?
That's done.
And I think back then we all also knew that if we wouldn't turn up for our appointment, the other person is probably waiting for an hour or two, maybe. And yeah, you wouldn't want to do that. But today, with maybe a call, digital call or something, you're like, okay, if I'm not coming to the call, he can immediately do something else. But yeah, back then
Hmm.
it was different, and we really relied on those bonds and being there
Yeah,
when asked to.
yeah, indeed. You didn't even have a phone to, even if it didn't
Yeah.
work out, to say like, "Hey, I'm not gonna be there." That's yeah. It's another world now. Oh, Christoph, here's a tip from my sister. Even that in the new OS, you can allow certain apps to send notifications while in focus mode. And my
Hmm.
guess is that you can do that on macOS as well, because those options are a little bit of the same, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm good to know. Thanks. Still, I while I'm focus mode, I don't want any notifications because if I'm recording, I don't want
Yeah.
to see them because it will screw my video.
Hmm.
But one other thing that this message just remind me now with macOS, you have shortcuts,
Hmm. Yeah.
and I know I've seen that you can do something like I think if this app is open, then do this.
Hmm.
And I think maybe I can, if ScreenFlow, for example, my my recording tool of choice, if this is open, maybe I can enable focus mode, and if it's closed, I can disable it again.
So something that you can do as well, Christoph, and let me share my screen. Some Now we are going to see some things behind the scene here. What I see.
Oh, the magic.
Ooh, the magic. What you can do is like option click on the clock, and then it turns gray, and then you won't receive any notifications at all until you click it again, and then you receive notifications. Maybe that's a little tip for you.
Option key on the clock.
Yeah, and the clock turns gray then, and when it's gray, it's a little bit
Oh
ugly,
yeah.
but you don't see any. You won't get any notifications anymore until you click it again.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, so it feels like it's a shortcut for focus mode.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Or like disable notifications. To be totally honest with you, I don't use like the focus modes. I think it's a little bit too overwhelming for me. For me, it's just disabling all notifications or enabling them. That's it. But I don't use those profiles. It's too much for me. But with shortcuts, you can indeed do a lot, and you can even, I think, I have like a shortcut here for like toggling the menu bar, and I can toggle it via Raycast, and I use this
Hmm.
also when screen recording to just hide the menu bar. So I don't know if you noticed, but now I don't see the menu
Oh,
bar anymore by default.
not at all. Oh, that's cool.
That's also a
Is
good
this
one,
a
right?
is this a Raycast extension, or how does this work? Or does this work with
It's
Bartender?
This is just a regular shortcut that you can make with macOS, and with
Ah,
Raycast
okay.
you can just call all
That's
shortcuts by default. So it just works if you create that shortcut. I can share it after the call with you if you want.
yeah, nice. I will try this.
Yeah. And probably
This
there's
looks
something
handy.
there for notifications as well. If that application is open, no notifications. I'm pretty sure something like that is possible.
Yeah, I need to fix that for me. But yeah, I'm glad we made it. Glad we're both here.
Yeah, there
Glad some
was
people are watching. Yeah.
already a question for you. Which drone did you buy?
Oh, yeah. I bought the DJI Mini 2.
Wait, I'm going to
I
Google it.
I asked about on Twitter about what people would recommend, and I think that's like the most recommended drone for beginners, but still high quality beginner drone, I would say.
Ah,
And
yeah,
it's really cool. You
yeah.
see
I
it?
can see. I can see it here. Wait, let me share my screen again so people can see it. See it too. Yeah, my resolution is a little bit big, but I think people will get it. So, whoa,
Yeah, it's super
that's
small. It's 250 gram. It's like the specific amount you need to be below to be a specific kind of drone.
yeah.
And it's really super small, but it still has a 4K camera. And yeah, it's super easy to fly. So it's really good quality.
Wow. Wait, what
But
is this?
still,
Mini 3 supports up to 10 kilometers of HD transmission, so you
yeah,
can
it's crazy. Yeah.
fly 10 kilometers away with your drone. What?
Yeah, I've also seen some videos. I think the issue is more about the battery
Yeah.
than the distance
Okay.
because the battery will drawn very soon. But yeah, technically with this new system, how the controller and the drone is working, also with the small one, it's crazy, and you can go up like I don't know, like 2 kilometers
What?
in altitude. In
Could-
theory, I haven't tried it. I'm still learning and trying to get familiar with the controls. So I'm not going more than maybe 100 meters
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
altitude, and you also have to be careful because of regulations. And yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't
but it
just fly everywhere, probably.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's crazy the small drone and what you can already do, and it's super smooth. Also while filming, it's crazy what you can put in this little thing. So
Hmm.
yeah, I can really highly recommend this one if you want a good beginner drone, but it's also quite expensive. So I think it costs like $400,
Oh,
$450.
yeah, that's
So not
already.
cheap.
Yeah. And what are you going to do with it? Is just for personal for use for like holiday movies and such?
Yeah. I like to do holiday movies for like all of our major holidays.
Yeah.
Um, Meanwhile, also my wife always knows if we go to holiday, there will be a video. It always puts a lot of pressure on me, so I can't stop anymore. I just did it a few times, but now I have to do one for every vacation. And I still need to do one for the last one last year. I haven't finished that one. I also haven't finished the one for Larrocation.
Ah, yeah. And I know that you got
Yeah,
footage. I saw some footage,
yeah,
Christop.
you saw it in the documentary of
Yeah,
Laravel, right? Yeah.
indeed.
So I still have to keep up here, but yeah, I always wanted to try out a drone for vacations, and the images you can do are just so good, and so that's why I thought, okay, now I'm going to give it a try.
Are you allowed to, for instance, do the drone outside of that window behind you and film your house from above? Is that allowed or?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think maybe it's only in my garden, and I'm not going higher than maybe 10 meters. Maybe
yeah.
it would be okay, but in theory, if I go higher and I would film, especially with the camera, I think
Hmm.
if it didn't have a camera, probably it would be different. But with the camera,
Yeah,
you're not allowed to film any other properties, so you
yeah,
have to be very careful. So
yeah,
mostly, I try to find any fields nearby where there is nobody. I'm also not sure if I'm really allowed to fly there, but when there's nobody and it's not a
yeah.
lot of animals, I don't think it's an issue.
Yeah, then I think it's safe to say that you're not yeah, bothering anybody with
Yeah.
this. Yeah, I can see if somebody would fly over my house with a drone, I wouldn't like it as well. So,
Yeah. My mom told me, I think last year, a drone was flying above her garden, and
really,
she was going with water and tried to
it,
tried to
it
catch it, but
it makes for good images for sure. I guess the
yeah.
owner of the drone has a very good movie now.
But yeah, of course, nobody wants a drone over their property.
No, no, no.
That's not fun. Yeah.
I sometimes see these movies from Simon, I think from the Tailwind team. He
Hmm?
has a drone as well, but he lives, I think, in Australia or something, in a house on its own, on a beach even. Yeah, it seems like real paradise.
Yeah.
And he films his own house, I think, because he's like their only house there, and it's like amazing the kind of images that you get
Yeah.
with that.
It's so cool that you can so easily get those amazing images you can only do with a drone. So yeah, pretty cool. And yeah, I think I've also seen Simon recording some videos on surfing.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if he was surfing himself or other people, but yeah, that also looks pretty cool.
Man. Say, hey, I have some questions about the drone, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Um, how difficult is it in steering that drone? If you don't do anything, will it just hold still or something? Or
Yeah, it's super good at holding still, even if there's wind.
yeah,
So it just stays almost at the same position.
yeah,
So the sensors or how they do it, I don't know. They're so good. So it's really amazing. Also, flying itself is not so difficult.
hmm,
It's just more getting used to which stick is for which direction or going up and down and left and right. And then you also have some kind of wheel to shift the camera up and
hmm,
down. But yeah, it also has some nice so-called quick shots
hmm,
where you just say, okay, it should do now one of the predefined quick shots, which is like going up and then circling around you and then coming back, and it's doing
ah, yeah,
this
yeah,
almost automatically, and I don't have to do anything.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, it's really crazy.
yeah. Because I guess that like doing a circle manually,
Yeah.
it's some work to do well. I guess. Yeah,
Yeah. Also, you don't have to use your hands, so you can look in the drone itself, and it looks better on the image, maybe.
yeah. And how how do you see through the drone? Do you get like a feed on your telephone or something? Like this is what the drone is seeing?
Let me check. Do I have it here? Wait.
Yeah, yeah, we can wait. I guess we are all nerds here who wants to see this. I certainly am. I'm just going to speak for myself. Ah, that's it.
That's
Whoa,
how small it is.
it's smaller than I thought. It seems like something from the future. Like
Yeah.
this is
For me, it still feels like it is. Let me just unfold it so you can see the full size.
oh yeah. Super impressive. Flying little robot. That's that. That's also a question I have. Does it make a lot of sound?
Yes, it does. From what I've heard, it's not as loud as it has been the years before. But yeah, if it's really in front of you, it's really annoying. So
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So
I
it's
wonder
meant
if
to
you're on the
fly
beach
away.
and there are a lot of people, I don't think that they would love having this sound
Okay.
right next to them. But if you go up like 30, 40, 50 meters, then I think you
Then it's
almost
okay.
don't hear it anymore and you can do some cool shots from above.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what was your question? Why did I pick up the drone? You asked about
Uh, the noise, and
the
before that,
controller.
the controller. Yeah. Indeed. Yeah. Ah.
So
Yeah.
that's the
Okay.
controller,
Yeah.
and I can put my iPhone right in here and then connect it with a cable.
Yeah.
And then I have like my big iPhone 12 as a screen, and I
Ah.
can
Yeah.
easily see there where I am right now. I see a map. There's also features like come home, so you can tell your drone whenever it should come home, and you define a predefined altitude, like come home in 100 meters, so that there are no trees in between, and then it just home and it gets really right
Yeah.
next to you. So that's really good.
And does it have like, um, yeah? Imagine I want to let the drone come home, just come back to me, and I'm like in an area where there's like lots of buildings. Does it have like detection, like yeah, proximity detection, or is it going to
No,
fly against the wall then?
yeah, yeah, it would fly against the wall.
Ah, yeah,
So I
okay,
think this one is it's the smallest one, I think, by DJI, and the
yeah,
only one without collision sensors. So
yeah,
this is the only thing, of course, that you have to be very careful, because every tree, every
yeah,
power line, you can easily fly against them, and then yeah, you could easily break it. So
yeah, okay. But if you do it in like large open areas, then the controls are good enough to not have like any accidents.
yeah, it's really good, and on the phone you see it really well. So I'm really impressed, and I think I heard the next version, the Mini 3, which should come out in the next month. I think. I think they said this one already has collision sensors,
Ah, yeah, okay,
so this would be even
yeah.
better than yeah.
You're really selling it to me, Christoph.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really fun. Also the remote, the quality of the remote, I was super amazed by that. How good it feels. Yeah, like a little console.
yeah,
So yeah, and it opens so much possibilities to film and or watch or check something. So
mm-hmm,
yeah, I really feel like it's a toy for big boys.
mm-hmm.
It
Yeah,
makes a lot of fun. But yeah, I noticed today was the third time that I was flying the drone, and I need to learn it so much more to really be able to film like a nice shot where you maybe come from the button, you take off, and then you slowly shift the camera and you fly over the trees or something. To
yeah,
get this really right, it's difficult, and I think it will take much more time till I'm there.
yeah. And are there like any blogs or videos that you then see with like this is how you can do it?
Yeah,
I guess
the
that there's an
drone
entire
the
scene for
drone
this.
world is so big, it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also didn't know that, but yeah, there are so many videos about it. I think I already watched like 30
Mm.
videos about this drone.
I think like the only thing holding me back to buy such a device is, yeah, I know myself. I'm going to find it fantastic. I'm going to do like 3 or 4 flights, and then I'm not going to do anything with
Yeah,
it anymore. And I need to protect myself a little bit from that, I think. But I'm tempted. I can tell you.
this was also my biggest concern, because I'm absolutely the same, and we don't try to get too much more stuff, because we already have a lot of stuff, and we more
Hmm.
try to get rid of stuff so that we don't have too many things. And I also struggled, should I buy it or not?
Hmm.
But now
Yeah.
I did, and I said to myself, okay, if I end up in a month not using it regularly, maybe I'm just selling it again, and then it would still be quite new, and I think I would still get a good price. But yeah, for now it seems like I will use it maybe longer.
Sell it to me if you sell it.
Yeah, right. We
No,
can do that.
we need to go on holiday together so I can use it for
Next
a couple of
location.
flights too. Yeah, next location indeed. Oh man, yeah,
Yeah,
such
so
toys
much fun.
are always fun. I think that the last time I bought like a technological toy where I was super impressed with was like a VR headset, like that
Hmm.
Oculus Quest. That was like whoa. They are farther than I imagined with this technology. Like the head tracking is unbelievably accurate. You can
Really? Yeah.
control it with just your fingers. You don't need controller. It tracks 10 fingers. So imagine
Oh wow.
you holding it and you have like your hand before you. All the fingers just match. And there's like
Okay. Wow.
gestures to do stuff in an interface with just your hands. And that's like, whoa.
That's
Uh,
next on my list.
maybe we can trade, Christoph,
Yeah. Do
because
you still use it?
no.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Cool.
I did do it.
We're doing exchange.
I played a couple of games on it, like that Half-Life game that was said
Hmm.
like this is
Yeah,
made for
it was.
for VR, and it was super impressive. But after that, then yeah, the novelty wore a little bit off because it's really very intense. This
Hmm.
differs from person to person, but I can't play it any more than like 1 hour straight, and then I get a little bit of a headache. Then I need to put it off
Yeah.
a little bit again. This is something that I think like the first times I use it, I didn't have this. It's called it's a kind of motion sickness that
Hmm.
you get. And there's also like a game in there with like how is it called in English? Like a roller coaster that you can do.
Oh.
And there's one that's like made to make you sick. Like this is
Oh.
what motion sickness feels like, and it works. Uh, like
You can confirm it works.
I can confirm it works. It's something like that. There's 3 laps of something. And with the first lap, I thought, yeah, feeling a little bit, but not too thing. And with like at the end of the second lap, it was yeah, I'm not gonna make another lap, so I'm going to feel sick about this. And it's really strange that just projecting an image
Yeah,
on your eyes can
can
just
trick you that bad.
yeah, indeed.
This
Uh,
reminds me of one time in my wife we were at Disney World. I think it was. Was it in LA or Paris? I don't know. We've been twice to Disney World, and there was a Simpson roller coaster,
mhm.
and you always have those special um, buildings and lines before you really get to the attraction. So there's a lot happening before you really do the ride. And it was super awkward. I'm a little bit afraid of roller coaster because I mostly don't feel well while riding them. So
Okay.
I don't like riding them, but for my wife, I tried to do at least a few of them. And the Simpsons one didn't seem to be too too
Too heavy?
fast.
Yeah.
And this one was really strange because and this was all inside, and I had no idea what the ride was like, how it looked like, and there were a lot of elevators and things going on, and I didn't know where we ended up. Still, we were in this kind of wagon, and it was all dark, and then suddenly it started, and then after, I think after like 30 seconds, I realized that the only thing moving was like the wagon where I was sitting in. So it wasn't a real roller coaster.
Ah,
It was
yeah,
all
okay.
screens around us. And it tricked me so bad. And I always had to watch away from the screen because it really felt so natural and so real that I also really had trouble with motion sickness.
Okay, okay. That's something to be aware about if you go
Yeah.
into some of these things. Yeah, I
Do
think
you like roller coasters?
uh yeah, mostly. I need a little bit of convincing, but mostly I'll just do them. I think like a couple of years ago, it was a little bit different, but with the kids, we every year we go to such parks, and then
Yeah.
yeah, you have lots of options to try it, and yeah, now I've tried them all. So I kind of like it, I guess.
Cool.
And I
Yeah,
also like the
with
ones
kids.
that you described as well, like the moving house kind of types where you sit still, but everything around you revolves a little bit. There's
Mhm.
a good one in like a theme park close to us, where you have like the idea there that you're sitting still and the house moves around you. There's a very nice horror house kind of theme, but this one is a little bit special because the middle one that's sitting still also moves a little bit, and sometimes in the wrong direction, which
Mhm.
is really strange. So you think you're falling down, but your mind is telling you no, you're going the other way around. It's just really getting messed up.
Mind
But
blown.
yeah, it's a nice trick. It's kind of cool. Yeah, we do such a trip every year with the kids.
Yeah, I'm
So
sure the kids will love it.
yeah, let's see if there are any other
Yeah, do you have any
questions
questions?
that are coming in here. Oh, there are lots of new comments here. I wasn't scrolled at the bottom,
No.
I think so. Let's see. Focus, focus, focus. Here, game PC right now. No, I'm on my Mac, but it shares a screen with my monitor. Um, can it go far enough? No, it can't go far enough. So I have like one monitor on my desk, Um, and there's like a little box there with two video inputs, and I have a button to switch it between my Mac and my game PC there to so that I don't
So
have to
do you
have
have a
two
game
monitors.
PC?
I have a game PC, yeah,
Ah, okay.
below my desk here. Yeah.
And sorry, do you need the PC for using the Oculus, or
Um,
is it just in the
you,
in the
you
device itself, all the games and everything?
it's both really. So you can use the Oculus just as is without the
Mm-hmm.
PC. Um, that's like the elevator pitch that you don't need anything else, and games can just run on there. There's like a store on there where you can just buy games on the device itself. But of course, the GPU is a little bit limited in performance there. So only very simplish kind of games. Everything that
Mm-hmm.
runs on a phone um, can also run there. But if you
Yeah.
couple it to a PC with a good hardware device, then you get much more quality in the image because it can produce much more geometry and much
Yeah.
richer
Get
textures
it.
and such. Yeah, so it's fine on the Oculus itself, but on the game PC it really shines, and you
Yeah.
can and this is really amazing too. It doesn't even need to have like a cable between the PC and the thing. It can just do it via
Mm-hmm.
Wi-Fi, which is kind of
Yeah,
amazing
that's cool.
because it's like 80 frames per second and not one screen but two screens because each eye has a different screen, and all those head tracking things happening like in real time. It's crazy if you think about it.
Oh, I really have to try that.
Yeah, it's cool, Christoph. You know what? On the next live occasion, I'll bring it along with me. It's not
Yeah,
that big, so you can
that
try
sounds
it as
good.
well.
Let's do this.
It's fun. Yeah. Let's see. Are there any other questions here? I think that is it for like the questions. Some remarks about the drone, about a Hackintosh. Ah, yeah, you have a new laptop as well, Christoph. I think since we spoke, you bought like a
Yes.
16-inch, right?
Yeah.
And are you happy with it? Because I know
Mm,
that you were a little bit doubtful about like which size that you were
yeah, I
going to
was very
get, right?
doubtful about the size because before that I was using the Air 13-inch,
Mm-hmm.
which I really liked because
It's
here
so
at my
light.
setup I just have it closed, so I don't mind what size it is because I'm using my external monitor, and for going around for conferences, for being mobile, it's super cool because the air is so thin and so light. It's really amazing. And that's why I wasn't sure if it was a good idea to go directly from a 13-inch to the 16.
Mm-hmm.
And I have now the 16 because from the reviews I read, it was just a little bit better than the 14. So that's why I got the 16.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is really big.
Yeah.
It's really big. It's really heavy. So every time I take it down for maybe sometimes after breakfast, I sit at the dinner table and work a little bit there. And it's really, I have to use both hands to to get it down. Having it in one hand feels a little bit strange and not secure. So I really have to use both my hands, and I'm not really yet used to. Also, if I put in my backpack, the backpack is super heavy. So um,
Yeah.
these are the days when I'm missing a little bit the air.
Yeah.
But besides that, of course, it's a super nice, powerful machine, and yeah, I have no issues so far. So yeah,
Yeah, and it's a glorious screen to work on, probably.
yeah,
I
right. Yeah, it's
it's
amazing.
yeah. I had a um, I have had a few laptops. I think the first one that I had was like a 13-inch. Then I
Hmm.
went to the 16-inch, like the first 16-inch, so not an M1, and I really liked it because of the bigger screen. But I disliked like that it's so heavy. So I went then to the MacBook Air, the M1 that you got,
Yeah,
which is I think still a very good machine.
Yeah.
But I gave that away to my girlfriend who had like a MacBook from, I don't know, the Stone Age or something, and I thought I can't watch it anymore. You working on a slow computer, so you have this M1, and I'll buy like a
Use it.
four. And I thought I'll do like the 14-inch one, and I was hoping like this is like the best parts of the 16-inch and the 13-inch, and I think it is. It has a
Yeah.
slightly larger screen, it is heavier, but not so heavy as the 16-inch one. And for me, this is like the perfect thing now. I think I think everybody that knows me a little bit is gonna laugh a little bit at me. No, Frick, you're not meaning that. But I think if there are now new MacBooks coming out, I'm not going to buy them because I'm very happy with this one. This one is perfect. Really, it's fast. It's not too heavy. It has a good screen, so it's good. So I'm very happy
Yeah.
with the choice that I made
I
there.
can totally relate to that decision. And yeah, maybe the next time, I'm also not sure. Maybe I'm going with the 14 as well. But the most thing I'm still surprised or amazed by is how good the Air was already
Hmm.
compared to this new one.
Yeah,
So I almost don't feel any difference from the Air to this new one.
yeah,
So that's why also it was, I would say, a little bit disappointed, because I really hope to somehow immediately feel like
yeah.
having this new super powerful machine. But nope, I felt like there was no difference. So
Yeah.
the Air, the
The
M1 Air, to be clear, was already super good.
yeah,
Also
it's
crazy. Yeah.
yeah. And you're not having a bad machine right now, right? It's also a
Yeah,
super
no.
machine.
No, it's also working. It
Yeah,
just works like before.
yeah,
Maybe at some points better. I don't realize it now. Maybe better in one
yeah,
or 2 years. But for now, it feels like the same. And I'm pretty
yeah.
sure for other people switching from an older machine to this new one, the difference is much bigger, and you can maybe
Hmm.
more enjoy it than I maybe currently can't.
Yeah, I think that jump from Intel to M1, you're only going
Yeah.
to get that once, that feeling like everything is not a little bit faster, but so much faster.
Hmm.
Um, I'm pretty sure we've said that also in previous years. Like this speed is enough. It doesn't have to be any quicker than this because this is quick. But also that feeling will fade again. Like, God
As
damn it,
always.
this app took a second to boot.
Oh yeah.
It's so slow. We'll get there eventually. But now I think we're all enjoying, like, yeah, everything's except for PHP Storm is fast enough.
Yeah. That's the most important thing for us.
Mhm. Only PHP Storm's indexing processes can be a little bit, can still
Yeah.
be a little bit
I've
slow,
also
but
noticed that. I also wasn't sure if maybe with the new powerful machine that also indexing would be way faster. It's for sure faster, but
mhm,
it sometimes might really take a few seconds. Let me think, maybe, yeah, I think 5, 6 seconds I've seen already. So
mhm,
this is something that maybe could still be improved.
mhm. Yeah, indeed. But sometimes I see some of my colleagues at Spatie at with older Intel machines, and when they run something like Yarn or yeah, opening the same project, it takes way more time than
Hmm.
on an M1. So we decided we're going to stop the madness, and we bought everybody an M1 just to get everybody on the same page. Because yeah, I having that faster, yeah, saves time and money
So
to
yeah, and
have
money is
that.
more efficient. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. And so now we are getting rid for everybody those nasty keyboards from the previous generation.
Hmm.
I still find it very surprising that a company like Apple held on to it for so long because
Yeah.
it was clearly not good at all. And all those little improvements they made, it didn't work. The newer laptops
Yeah.
still had the same issue. So they had like 3-4 years of selling laptops with a broken keyboard. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but
And
yeah,
also the Touch ID, which almost nobody needs.
yeah. The Touch ID, I quite the Touch Bar. The touch bar, you
Touch bar,
mean?
yeah,
Yeah, the
touch
touch
bar.
bar.
Sorry.
It's like no, I
I
nobody
think it
needs
was
that.
fun for a few seconds. Oh, this looks cool, and the colors and the icons I can do, and
Yeah,
but yeah, after the first, it was like, okay,
yeah,
don't need it anymore.
yeah. I'm glad that era is gone now. That
Yeah,
we're back having like useful laptops.
yeah,
Christoph,
I think so too.
I'm checking the time, and I know that you're a little bit short on time today.
Yes.
So I think it might be time to start winding things a little bit down. Are you going back to the park and playing some more with the drone?
Not today. I think tomorrow again.
Okay.
For the rest of the day, I'm going to edit the videos which I recorded in the morning.
Yeah.
So it was 3 of them. So I think it will take me probably a couple of hours to edit them. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's the plan for the rest of my day.
Yeah. I saw your tweet with like sometimes I can speak for 20 seconds or like a minute without something, and then for the next it's like every word it seems in a cut. I have that too, Christoph. You should see my edits. It's crazy. It's really crazy.
It's strange, right? I also sometimes don't know. I think sometimes afterwards it would be much easier to record everything again
Hmm.
than just trying to edit it to get it right somehow. And then I only recording a few voice lines on top of it and trying to make it work again in the current video. But yeah, sometimes I think it would be easier to just record it again.
Christoph, I don't know. I should have shared this tip before, but you're still editing video, so maybe you'll still find it useful. Do you know
Mhm.
the ripple delete, right? You-
You've shown it to me once before,
Ah, yeah. Okay, I shared
but
it
I
already. Okay,
already
that's good.
forgot it. Maybe you can send it to me again.
Okay, I'll send it to you again because if you're cutting that, it's like, yeah, saving big amounts of time if you set it up. I'll show it to you after this call if you have the time. Then,
Yeah, thanks. That would be wonderful. 'Cause remember you showed it to me, but I forgot it.
yeah, no problem. I'll happy to share it again. Okay, I think that we're done for this artisan call. Then, let's try again in a month or so.
Yeah.
And then back on a Friday, 11 o'clock. So it's somewhere in your mind, even though
Yeah,
if you
it
don't get
feels
an.
better on Friday somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so too. Like end of the week, like
Yeah,
weekend approaching. Let's do this. Yeah, I also feel like Tuesday is a little bit of a strange day because you're
a little bit
getting
in
in
between. Yeah.
in the things. Okay, that's it
Cool.
for today.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you again for the call. Thank you to everybody else watching and contributing with your questions. And yeah, we will be back.
Yes. See you next time, everybody, and Christoph. Bye bye.
See you next time. Bye.